Father, I stretch my hands to thee. It may not be exactly how they do it, but you know, I just play it how I can and show it to you. So we're gonna do it in the key of A flat. This is the version, kinda, that Carlton Pearson did. So key of A flat, the scale in the number system, A flat is the 1, B flat is the 2, C is the 3, D flat is the 4, E flat is the 5, F is the 6, G is the 7, A flat is the 1. Like I said, this ain't straight from the hymnal or nothing. I'm just playing what I figured out just by listening to the song. So it starts off, fa, that's the 5. Okay? So your left hand, if you don't have a bass player, is going to be playing the 5, the 5th tone of A flat, which is E flat. In my right hand, I like to normally just play a 4 major chord. So what it looks like in my right hand is a D flat major chord, but I'm playing it in first inversion. So I got F, A flat, and D flat in my right hand. That's F, A flat, and D flat over the 5. Father. So from the 4, from the 5, it goes to the 1. And when you get to the 1, you're playing a 1 major chord. So you got the A flat in your left hand, which is our 1. Right hand is A flat, C, E flat. Father. Okay. A flat in the left hand, A flat, C, and E flat. From there, you're going to go to the 4. So the 4 is D flat. So you got the 4 in your left hand. Right hand, I'm playing a D flat major in first inversion. F, A flat, D flat. I stretch. From the 4, you're going to go right back to the 1 and play an A flat major chord again. A flat, C, and E flat in the right hand, A flat in the left. Okay? From the very top of the song, you got the 5. From there, you're going to go to the 1. Father. To the 4. Back to the 1. I stretch. From here, you're going to go down to the 5, but you're going to do a little walk down, getting to the 5. So the start of the walk down, you start at the 6, which is F, and then you go to the E, which is a flat 6, and then you go to the 5, which is E flat. Once again, you're going to walk down. F, E, E flat. The chord that you play over your F, over the 6, you got your A flat major in first inversion. So you got C, E flat, A flat. Okay, that's over the 6, which is F. A flat major chord in first inversion. Now, you have this chord here. You got the flat 6, it's E. your left hand. In the right hand, you have D flat, E, A flat, and B flat. Once again, D flat, E, A flat, D flat. From there, you're going to go to your 5, which is E flat in your left hand. And you're playing a different version of the A flat major chord. E flat, A flat, C. So here's where we landed on. We're on the E flat, which is our 5. Right hand, E flat, A flat, C. A flat major chord. 2. You're going to stay on the 5, but you're going to change your chord. Stay on the 5, which is E flat. Change your chord to a dominant. So you got D flat, E flat, G, B flat. Dominant E flat, dominant E flat chord. From the top, I'll work my way there. 5, start at the 5, to the 1, I to the 4, I stretch, back to the 1. Now you got my hands. That was that walk down from the 6, flat 6, 5, 2. We changed the chord to this dominant E flat over the 5 to the. Now we're going to go back to the 1. Now if you want to, after the 5, you can hit A flat twice if you want. Or you can just go right back to the A flat major chord. But if you want to do that to the, then I just normally hit it a couple times, or maybe twice, and all I'm doing is hitting the A flat melody. And then what you hear in the song is they do the. So I'll come back to this movement just in case you guys just want to get the song and not do something that could be really challenging. But I'll come back to this part later, okay? So okay? But you don't need to do that part that I just did. Like I said, I'll come back to it. You're on the A flat to the no. From there, from what I hear, and this could be wrong, but it sounds like to me that it's going right back to the 5. So you got E flat in the left hand, and you got your right hand playing that D flat major chord, the same chord that we started off the whole song with. Father. Well, we're right back on that chord. E flat in the left hand with the F, A flat, D flat. So from that 5, we're going to go to the 3. So you got C in the left hand, which is our 3rd tone of the scale. Right hand, I have A flat, B flat, and E flat. A suspended A flat major chord. A sus2 in my right hand. Okay, so 5 from the top. This is where we left off. Now we're going to change our chord. We're going to change this sus2 chord to a E flat major chord. E flat major. So you got G, and E flat. So we're staying on the 3. We haven't moved. We just got a second chord over the 3. That was our first chord. C with the A flat, B flat, E flat. Now we're going to switch this. All you're going to do is drop this A flat down to G. Now we're going to go, our bass switches from the C to the 6, which is F. So it goes from now we're on the F, which is our 6. And on our right hand, we went right back to the first chord that we played over the C, which is the sus2 A flat. A flat, B flat, and E flat. Okay, so now we're on our 6 with the sus2 A flat. A flat, B flat, E flat. Now from our 6, we're going to a 2. And the chord that I play is D, F, A flat, C. This is over the 2. We're about to do a 2-5. No. Now we're back at that dominant E flat chord. So you got E flat in the left hand. Right hand is D flat, E flat, G, and B flat. Remember, this is the dominant chord over the 5. If that. Now we're back at the 1. So you got A flat in the left hand with a C, E flat, A flat. That's the 1. With. So the first part of the with, after you do the 1, you're going back to the 3 with an E flat major chord in the right hand. E flat, G, B flat. Withdraw. So after the C, you're going right back to the F. You got the C, or it went from the C, which is the 3, to the F, which is the 6. Draw. And in my right hand, I have an A flat major chord in first inversion again. C, E flat, A flat. Thyself. So after this F chord, which is the 6, C, E flat, A flat over the F. Thyself. We're going to the 2. So you got B flat. The 2 is B flat in your left hand and right hand. F, A flat, D flat, playing the D flat major chord in my right hand over B flat. Thyself. You can take it up to the 3 if you want to here. So you got the 3 in the left hand here. E flat, A flat, C, B. You don't have to add that 3 in there. You can just go thyself from me. And just go straight to the 5 that we're about to go to. But I did thyself from, which are the 3, me to the 5. The 5 is the same chord we've been playing over the 5, the dominant E flat chord. E flat in the left hand, D flat, E flat, G, B flat. Now you're going to go back to the 3. Oh, that's the 3. Oh, where, getting ready to say, whither shall I go? So from the 3 is C in the left hand. Right hand is E flat, G, B flat, E flat major chord, E flat, G, B flat. Ooh, and then you got F in the left hand, which is the 6. So we're going to the 3 to the 6 again. C, E flat, A flat. Now we're getting ready to do that same thing that we did before when we did a 6, flat 6 to the 5, and we did the chords. We did that. This is what I showed you earlier. So over the 6, you have the A flat major chord in first inversion, C, E flat, A flat, and then we went here, E, D flat, E, A flat, B flat. Same thing I taught you earlier, so I'm going to move past it. To the 5, E flat on the left hand, E flat, A flat, C. From there, go to the 5. Or stay at the 5 and change your chord from the A flat major in second inversion to a dominant E flat. Back to the 1. I go. Okay, and you're back at your 1. After the dominant 5, you go back to the 1 major chord, which is A flat, C, E flat, A flat. Okay, and that's it. I will go ahead and go over that part that I said I'll go back to now. That thing, that movement. So where that part came in, you have Father, I stretch thy hand to thee. Right here. It's that movement. You hear it a lot. So what happens is, you start off with the A flat major chord. And most of the time when I'm playing my chords on my left hand, I am doing octaves. So I got A flat octaves in my left hand. I got C, E flat, A flat in the right. This is what you start off with. Now, the movement, what's going to happen is, and I'll come back and do it, but I just want to show you and just tell you about it right now. You're going to keep these A flats in your left hand and in your right hand. So you basically hold them. So I'm holding this A flat down here with my pinky, and I'm holding A flat up here with my ring finger. Now the movement is going to be in between this A flat and this A flat. But I'm not going to let these A flats go. I'm just going to do the movement with these in there. So whichever one you hold it with, it doesn't really matter. But you got ring finger or pinky finger, but you're going to hold these A flats down. But just to show you the movements, I'm not going to hold them down so I can focus on the middle part and show you. So what's happening is you have in your left hand a G and an E flat, so a 7 and a 5. And I'll break it down like this and do your left hand first and then the right hand. The left hand is going from a 7, 6, 7, 6, 4, 5. That's a 7, 6, 4, 5. 7, 6, 4, 5. That's what the middle hand is, the left hand is doing in the middle. G, F, D flat, E flat. One more time. G, F, D flat, E flat. right hand, let's say, the right hand is going 5, 4, 2, 3. That's 5, 4, 2, 3. E flat, D flat, B flat, C. But what's happening is you're playing both of these notes at the same time. Both of these movements at the same time. So when your left hand is on G, your right hand is on the 5, which is E flat. You play it at the same time, G and E flat. And then you go down to the F in your left hand and the D flat in your right hand. And then when you go down to the D flat in your left hand, you're playing B flat in your right hand. And then when you go to the E flat, up to the E flat in your left hand, you go up to the C in your right hand. Okay, remember, G, F, D flat, E flat, and then E flat, D flat, B flat, C at the same time. Okay, one more time. Okay, to the, that's why you don't let go of the A flat. All that was, or if it sounded different, all it did is grace note. It's the same notes, but I just grace note up to it. So instead of just going straight to the G and the E flat, I did the whole step below it to the notes that you would actually end up going to anyways. I just hit this first before I went to it, and just kind of roll it over there as a grace note, like that. Roll up if you want to, you know. So I arpeggiate it. So all that is rolling the chord up. I'm just doing a power chord in my left hand. A flat, E flat, A flat, C, E flat, A flat. Okay. I keep letting go into that A flat. You can. Okay, one more time. A flat, E flat, A flat, C, E flat, A flat. Now the movement. Okay. Father, I stray.